Well, I'm more from the Safeguarding Forum at the Commerce Hotel. With me is Lesley, and we've been talking about adults and safeguarding. You do children. You've just done your speech now here. So, keynote speaker. And you do have some reference to the Isle of Man. You have worked here.
Yes, yeah. I've just completed a serious case management review in the Isle of Man.
What was it like here then compared with the UK?
Well, I find staff really engaging, really focused on what they wanted to improve in terms of their work with children, really reflective in terms of the day-to-day. And it's been a real pleasure to work with staff in that way in the Isle of Man, and you don't often see that in some other jurisdictions, so it's been very encouraging.
But there's always bumps in the roads when things do go wrong, right?
Unfortunately, yeah. And even despite the best attempts from all the professionals involved with children, sometimes children sadly either die or are seriously harmed in their family situations.
And giving children help, consent has to come into it. Is that a tricky one? Because can children consent, or do you have to ask the adults and that sort of thing? Well,
adults have to consent, but where there are safeguarding concerns, that consent can be overridden in the best interest of the child where it is appropriate and where it's considered that the child may be at risk of significant harm.
I mean, most people think that big inner cities there's going to be dangers and people dropping through those safety nets. Here, the Isle of Man, a very small, safe sort of community. You'd think there'd be no problems here.
Yeah. Well, sadly, as we know very well on a national basis, that children can be abused, neglected within their family situations, even with the best focus, the best services. Some things just in some families because of some of the parents' own adverse childhood experiences and the particular circumstances can lead to them being abused in any place or any jurisdiction.
And where does help start? Is it ringing Childline? Is it contacting a social worker, talking to a teacher? What?
Well, it depends on the particular situation. Yeah. Obviously, if there are particular safeguarding concerns about a child, the first line of contact should be through Children's Services or the police. But if concerns are at a lower level, it's always appropriate to speak to any professional about any concern, and they will always ensure that it gets to the right place based on the levels of risk or need for that particular child. So any professional is a good point of contact in terms of a concern in relation to a child, or a child who may just need, and a family who may need more support. It doesn't have to be in relation to safeguarding. It can be families that are just struggling and need that bit of support to prevent things sometimes escalating within their family.
Now, this forum, there's a lot of people there attending. I mean, in fact, I think there was a waiting list. Is that impressive, or
yeah,
there's that much interest?
It is very, very well attended, and I think just shows people's commitment in the Isle of Man to improve safeguarding for adults and for children.
And as always, it's getting all the different agencies to talk to each other.
Yes, right? That's key, and it comes up in many of the reviews on a national basis around communication is one of the key things that always comes up, and we've been talking a lot about that even today at the question and answer session around how do we improve that interagency communication to make sure we get it right for children.